Michelle, are you ready?
I was born ready.
She's an award-winning author, speaker, and podcast host who serves on the National Faith Advisory Council. She supported Donald J. Trump for president before it was cool, from her she shed in her beautiful backyard. This is the Michelle Moore Show.
Hi, everybody. So glad that you're with us today. It's Friday, and it's one of my favorite things that we're doing today, which is new releases for Godly Granny. I'm very excited. If you're new to Godly Granny, it's godlygranny.com, where we have products with purpose. And today we're going to be releasing about 20 new items. I'm very excited about it today. Some of them are new scents or just new sizes for something that we have, but then the rest are brand new. I'm very excited. Very. Okay, so, and we have some things planned for you today to be fun. First thing is, because it's new releases, what did we do yesterday? We announced that we were going to have a new release mystery box. We just picked the winner a little bit ago, and her name is Janelle, and her last name starts with a G. I've already spoken with her. She kept thanking me, and I said, well, actually, you should probably thank producer Ron. He's the one that picked the number. And then that's how we determined when we counted. And so anyways, but she was so sweet and so cute. She just kept saying, thank you, thank you. It was cute. So anyways, and so congratulations, Janelle. We're excited that you're getting the new releases mystery box. And enjoy when you get them. It'll be sometime next week. We're going to ship them out Monday. Okay, so before we bring Eve in, I wanted to go on ahead and share a couple of the reviews from customers about pain poultice. You know, we've got the organic Dead Sea mineral mud pain poultice, and many of you have been raving and raving about it. And so I received an email from Rebecca, and this is about the pain poultice, and says, this is so good, I can't believe it. And so she was in a car accident 6 years ago, and her lower back had damage in the lower lumbar 4 and 5 vertebrae. She says, I had to have pain. I have had pain for a long time. I just got used to it. And, you know, that happens. Sometimes people that have had long-term pain, they just think that they're just kind of adapting and getting used to it. She says, and I went along with it. I bought the Dead Sea mud and got it Thursday and put it on my lower back. It worked. And she puts a bunch of exclamation points. We went to the beach on Friday, and the day was so wonderful. I could bend, sit, walk, and pick up shark's teeth and not feel any pain. I'm 75 years old, and it was a wonderful day. I know you all pray for our Lord's blessing on all your items that you make and send out. You also sent a pin that said, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Thank you. I give this product not just a 5, but many more. And so star rating, it was really good. So anyways, so I wanted to share that with you. That's so awesome. We've been getting other ones as well. And I wanted to also share with you, we get some great reviews on another product that we have, which is the Samson's Mane leave-in spray. It's the Samson's Mane Hair Restore leave-in spray with DMAE, MSM, and tea tree. Elsa left a review, and she says, I've been using Samson's Mane Hair Restore for a couple of months, and it's not only awesome for my hair. This is why I wanted to read this one. She says, but also great for my skin. Aside from having a tightening effect, which it does, I use it. It absolutely does. And if your face feels taut. And so even I've talked about this, it's really great. She goes, but it's also made my eyelashes super dark and dense, so much so that even my daughters, who are 24 and 26, asked, what am I using? It's incredible. I've been using lash serum on and off for years, but does not help with the length. I can tell you right now, personally, it helps with the length. Absolutely. Personally, I know. It doesn't take long. At least for me, it didn't take long at all. And so, when I say that, like within a week, I started noticing a difference. And it was a tangible, real difference that obviously was noticeable, so much so that it was even more than what I even expected. I'd never had anything that gave me those kind of results. She says, but your product makes them look like I have fake lashes. As if that's not enough, the icing on the cake. And most importantly, this product is making my active precancerous spots on my face and chest disappear. That's interesting. I had an appointment set up in December with a dermatologist to kill those spots with red light therapy. He also offered chemo cream or chemotherapy, But since seeing the effects of your product, I canceled that appointment. I am truly blown away. I love all the ingredients in your products and free from synthetic toxins. Thank you for making such great products. That's amazing. All right. Well, let's go on ahead and bring Eve in. She's one of our Godly Granny Formulators, and we're going to have her today with us. Hi, Eve. How are you doing?
Hello, dear. How are you?
Doing great.
You're on.
All right. So, but I want to start with a video that I saw last week. Now, this lady wants to make it about age when obviously it's not about age. But this lady, I don't know if we've shown a video of hers before, but she's funny. You'll see her. She's living in a retirement home, and but apparently she has gotten some kind of a sponsorship with Vaseline, and she is using Vaseline for her skincare. So you know where this is going, y'all. We're going to let Eve just tear this to pieces. So let's take a look at this video.
Get ready with me to take my obituary photo. My friend just passed away and her photo was really bad. I don't want to end up like her. First, I gotta hydrate my skin with my favorite. I do not want to be remembered for dry skin. I'm gonna put some on my neck. Vaseline has helped me for years, so I'm glad to partner with them. My ex showed me it, and I'm glad he did. I'm gonna put this on my face. I want a natural look. The photographer is cute, so just in case. Let me show you my outfit. This is my outfit. I'm ready to slave forever. I think he's here. Are you single?
No.
My name is Lillian, and I stayed alive this year. I didn't expire. And I blocked my ex. He wouldn't stop calling. Then I unblocked him. I got bored. I survived 1 year in the nursing home. I'm excited for next year. I'm going to eat this now. Tell me what you accomplished this year. Love yous.
She is so crazy. And she has some great videos. She has a big following. But unfortunately, she's talking about using Vaseline products as her skincare line. So, Eve, share with us what's going on.
Today's going to be a little bit different of a show. She reminds me of my grandmother. And it's not that she's not cute. It's not that she's not funny. It's not that the video's not funny. It's not that I don't have a sense of humor. Here's all I could see watching that. She rubbed something that's not good enough to be motor oil in your car over her carotid artery. Then she slammed pure Vaseline Petroleum all over her sinuses. I'm sorry. That's it, to me, that's just not funny.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I don't care how long she's been using it. It's not that this stuff, you used to could do stuff like that. Our grandparents used Vaseline. Our parents used Vaseline. It was a little bit different Vaseline back then. And our bodies hadn't been under assault our entire life. So our bodies could better fend off than they can today. So let me tell you about those products. The lotion is named Intensive Care. Now, what do you always say? They have to tell us what they're doing, as in putting us in intensive care? I want you to think about that. That's not an accident. You know how they have to say what they're doing so that they don't have their bad karma come back. So I believe the intensive care label is speaking of the actual intensive care in a hospital, because this stuff over time can definitely put you there. So I want you to sit down a minute. If you've been using this because your parents and your grandparents, you're going to learn something today. What Vaseline actually is petroleum jelly. That means it comes from the same place that makes gasoline, motor oil, and asphalt. Now, before somebody says, but it's refined, yes, it is. But instead of making it better, that actually makes it worse. So refined does not mean nourishing, breathable, or something that your skin knows what to do with. It just means they scraped it off the part before they sold the rest off to the car lot. What it does and what it doesn't do. It's an occlusive. That's a fancy way of saying it sits on top of your skin and forms a second barrier that destroys your original skin mantle cells. Did you hear me? Destroys. Okay. It can lock in moisture because it locks in everything, including sweat, bacteria, chemicals, toxins from the product itself, the chemicals from the product itself, what was already sitting on your skin. And here's the part nobody tells you: no vitamins, no minerals, no food, no whole food, no skin nourishment, no skin protection of any kind. Zilch, zero, nada. Just a layer of biofilm. Biofilm is what protects parasites. Do you understand how deadly a combination this has become? So let's talk about the intensive care lotion. This is where things get really busy. So the ingredients include petroleum, mineral oil, paraffin, which is a known carcinogen, and perfume. Not essential oils, not an essential oil blend, not a man-made scent with parabens or phthalates. Completely toxic. It sounds fancy, it feels smooth and greasy, but what's it actually doing? That silky feeling, that's not your skin getting healthier. That's petroleum sealing, silicones hijacking, and fragrance making you think something good just happened. Meanwhile, your skin is still dry, unable to breathe, and not getting fed a single thing it recognizes or needs, which means immediately your body begins to define it as a toxin. And as we learn on every show, our body's got a finite amount of energy it can use every day. And its first rule, its first law is to remove toxins. So anything that you're putting Vaseline oil or mineral oil on or paraffins on or perfumes on, your body's immediately registering you having a toxin in your body, and it's expending energy for your digestion, your eyesight, your breathing, your respiratory, your circulatory, your cardiotherapy, all of that. It's taking energy away from that to try to push it out of your system. And some people put this on head to toe. It just blows me away. So it's full of things like dimethicone. And the bigger problem is that most people don't want to hear is if your skin feels okay when you keep applying something, the product didn't fix anything. It trained your skin to depend on it. It trained your skin to depend on it.
I wonder if that's kind of normal, also the same concept that happens with pharmaceutical drugs, because if you think about it, you know, most of the time they don't ever really heal you. They just treat symptoms. So I'm wondering if that's some of it too.
None of the things your moisturizers have vitamins and minerals and live enzymes and live yogurt cultures, probiotics, prebiotics, everything you need. I just don't understand why enough people don't know about this. So please educate your family, especially if you have children who are putting this on grandchildren. Please never, ever, ever put this on babies.
Yeah, I think for a long time, though, Eve, it's been a big deal that people would put it on their bottoms, you know, for diaper rash or whatever, just that barrier. Deborah West says they call it petroleum jelly for a reason. Hello. Yes. Yeah.
And that means it's not good enough to go in your car. So if you should buy this at what are the car places? Napa. If this should be on the shelf at Napa to be something that goes in your car to grease a sprocket, you don't need it on your body. And when you feed your body what it needs, it'll quit asking for things that it doesn't. All you know is that you want to feel more moist. You want to feel less friction. You want to feel less dry. You want to feel less itchy. You want to feel less squeaky. But you can't do that shellacking over the problem, which is exactly what this is doing.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. All right, Eve, thank you so much for weighing in on that. I knew that you would have plenty to say about it. Okay, so the first thing that we're excited about, I have been using these. I absolutely love them. Now, at first, I thought, no, I'm not really sure about this. So we're going to do a couple of them and we'll see how it goes. Well, I have had them for a month and have been going through even more testing and quickly, and I do mean very quickly, saw the vision and loved it. So we are doing mini sticks. And so today we're launching 2 of them. The first one that we're announcing is a Pain Terminator mini stick. And I have to tell you, so this is for your purse. It's for your pocket, wherever you would fit. This is the same size as our lip butter balm. So like a stick for your lips kind of thing. And so which we've been selling the lip butter balms for like 6 or 7 months now and a bunch of different flavors. Y'all love them. We sell them in 3 packs as well. But this is different. This is the Easy Reach Pain Terminator mini lotion stick. And then we have another one that we're going to cover in a minute. But this is just like the lotion stick that we have that is the regular size. And so I have to tell you, I love this. I have a purse that has a little pocket on the inside, fits right down in there. It fits in my little console in my car. I don't recommend putting it in there necessarily through the summer, but it's not been hot here, so I used it there for a little bit. And then also, if you've got a teenager or tween and they need something like this, you can always have them put it in their pocket for when they're at work or at school or whatever and they need it. But this is amazing. I absolutely love it. And I thought, oh, it's going to be too small. I was worried about it being too small. It's not, especially if you do on site where the pain is and maybe some around your belly button or here, and so where your inner elbow. I absolutely love this. And so, Eve, I know that we've already had the lotion stick, the Pain Terminator lotion stick, but didn't know if you wanted to add anything to this conversation about it.
I do. I would be very surprised if your audience was not full of preppers. What is a prepper? A prepper is anybody that prepares for anything, any type of disaster, which might be coming, be it a weather-related event, be it lights out event, whatever it is. You need to have some things that can go easily into a to-go kit. Or if you're traveling and you have a lot of pain, if you have to sit in an airplane for a long time. What I love about this is there's a lot of people that may say, before it sounds too good to be true. So before I buy a big jar, I want to know if it works, right? This is a way for you to experiment with whatever type of pain you got going on. Here's the kicker. It's the same formula as the cream. It's the same formula as the big stick, the Easy Reach lotion stick. We're just putting it so you can put it in your pocket, in your purse, in your kid's book bag, flight bag without any trouble from TSA, because the last thing TSA right now needs is more trouble. So this is just a good way to experiment with that. And I don't see anybody else doing it. So we thought this would be a great way. And think of the great gifts it would be, especially, I know it's early to talk Christmas, stocking stuffers. I mean, all of this, there's no reason not to use it. I still say, put it wherever the pain is, put it in your belly button. You can put it on your wrist, absolutely in inner thighs, but not inside the folds of the vagina or anything like that. And the bottoms of your feet. It's okay to put a little on the bottom of your feet. Remember, that's where all the pores are that suck up everything. The largest pores on your body that suck up everything like a straw into your bloodstream. It's just a fantastic product. I don't know why nobody's thought to do it sooner.
Love it. Okay, the next one is the Allergy Cold and Sinus Mini Stick. This is the one I've been using. I absolutely love this product. What I personally have been doing is putting it right here, and that's really all I need. Within 3 minutes, I noticed that my symptoms are gone. I love this. And so it's, again, pocket size. This is a no-brainer. I always struggled with bringing the stick around with me. I thought it was too big for my purse, too bulky. And so I was always putting the stick with my makeup to make sure I put it on in the morning and I didn't miss it. Well, when we were on vacation, when we were on a spring break last week, I was relying on this because I didn't bring the regular stick. I had this mini stick and I just kept it in my purse. And so we would be out and about 11:30, 10:30. I would notice, oh, I have some symptoms. And I would use this. And I noticed specifically one morning, I paid attention to the time. And within 3 minutes, my symptoms, my congestion, all that was completely gone. Don't get caught without allergy, cold, and sinus balm if you have any kind of issues like this. It was pretty much, Eve said this last year, and I thought, I don't know about this, but I didn't say anything. And I thought, well, I'm going to pay more attention. And I personally have seen a difference. Eve said, we don't really have allergy, cold, and sinus season anymore, like allergy season anymore, because of the chemtrails and all the other stuff they're doing to our land, food, air, and water. And I thought, I don't know if it's year round for me. It has become year round for me. I was at the very beginning of that. I've talked about that here. And so I am seeing that I'm needing this much more often. And when I used to only have the spring, and then I did have fall allergies in the last couple of years. I just am now seeing it even more frequently. Well, we're getting sprayed way more than what we had been getting sprayed. So it makes sense. And I'm seeing it pretty much daily where I'm at. Okay. So that's the mini stick. Highly recommend
about the menthol in here.
Mm-hmm.
For the past several months, for lack of a better word, I've been having parasite master classes. And we are finding out, guess what parasites cannot tolerate at all in any shape, form, or fashion? Menthol. Menthol. So the pain terminator and the allergy, cold, and sinus, when you're putting it on, you are making parasites very unhappy, which is a wonderful thing.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's great. Thank you so much for weighing in on that. The next one, we have been talking about this forever, and it's finally here. I get people ask me about it, and it's finally here. So the first one we're going to cover, there's 2 pieces to this skincare line, and it's High and Tight Face and Body Serum with hyaluronic acid. All right, Eve.
All right. So, we talk about aging well. This is kind of like, I don't know if med beds are legit. And even if they came about, I would be just as wary of that as I would any vaccine. But I'm telling you, if med bed could be put in a jar or a container, this is kind of it for the skin. This is kind of like a skin scaffolding serum. I love it so much. So let me talk a little bit about the ingredients in it. So some serums hydrate, some brighten, some make promises and disappear in the hour. High and Tight serum gets to work quick and works overtime. This is Granny's lightweight, fast absorbing, visibly smoothing formula designed to support firmness, improve tone, and help skin look tighter and more intentional. It absorbs quickly, layers beautifully, doesn't leave behind stickiness or shine, and reduces the appearance of your pores. Notice I didn't do wordplay there. I didn't say reduces the appearance of your pores. It reduces the size of your pores, which you certainly want. So at the heart of this formula is plant-based hyaluronic acid. We use hyaluronic acid in a lot of products because it holds up to 1,000 times its weight in water. So I'm in Georgia. It's very humid here. Even inside my house, it's almost 50% humidity. So anytime you go outside and you're around humidity, or even if you're indoors and you're around humidity, hyaluronic acid keeps pulling moisture into your skin for 12 hours, day or night. I love using this twice a day. Let's talk about what else is in it. So it delivers surface plumping hydration without heaviness. Probiotics help support a balanced skin barrier. A powerful punch of natural caffeine helps reduce the look of under eye, cheek, and neck puffiness and gives tired areas a more energized appearance. Green tea and pomegranate provide major doses of vitamin C and antioxidants as a defense barrier against any environmental stress. Vitamin C supports brighter, more even-looking tone. Let's talk about mushrooms. Organic reishi, gotu kola, horsetail, and wild geranium are for improved resilience and elasticity, which is your bounce back. Glycolic acid, also from a natural source, helps refine texture and encourage smoother-looking skin. And then lightweight avocado oil nourishes without clogging pores. The finish is firmer, smooth, and polished. It's for skin that has started to lose its bounce, fine lines and visible slack, puffiness around the eyes or jawline, dullness and uneven tone. Anyone who wants visible lift without heavy creams. How to use. Apply 1 to 2 pumps to clean skin morning and night. Press upward, not downward. Follow with a High and Tight moisturizing cream to seal in hydration and amplify results. The result is skin that looks firmer, smoother, and more structured. Now, let me talk about the 2 acids that get in here. We've already talked about the hyaluronic acid. Now, I want to talk about glycolic acid. What makes Godly Granny different? Everybody else uses man-made. I'm yet to find anybody else that uses plant-based hyaluronic acid and glycolic acid. It's a big difference because your body doesn't know what to do with man-made ones, that you would spend 300 and 400% markup more than you're spending for this. Your body knows what to do with this. All I'm asking is, just like I asked with the age spot thing, and Michelle will tell you that I err on the side of safety, give it a little bit of time. I strongly suggest you take pictures before and take pictures every 30 days. It is okay to mix and match this with any other Godly Granny product. All of it is whole food. It won't hurt you in any way. But this, I expect this line to have more testimonials than almost anything else she sells in the beauty arena.
All right. So we also are releasing the High and Tight Face and Body Moisturizing Cream. And this has CoQ10 in it. So Eve, share with us about that one as well.
Okay.
Please.
Moisturize like you mean it. The High and Tight Serum is the strategist. The High and Tight Cream is reinforcements. This cream is rich but balanced, complete peptide-powered formula designed to support noticeably elasticity, smooth, visible lines, and deeply hydrate without suffocating the skin. It provides skin cell structure and softness at the same time. Built on organic aloe, which is a humectant that pulls everything into the skin and seals it there, and fortified with plant-based hyaluronic acid, it cushions the skin while maintaining healthy breathability. Witch hazel and gentle fruit acid enzymes, glycolic and lactic, help refine texture and improve the appearance of uneven tone and large pores. The complex includes tripeptide 3, hexapeptide 1, tetrapeptide 7, tripeptide 1, which is matrixyl 3000, and dipeptide supports the appearance of firmness and smoother looking skin over time. Now, I want to talk specifically about one ingredient in here, matrixyl 3000. That sounds like a man-made ingredient. It is, but it's not. They put two things together that were natural, but they didn't add anything to it. So matrixyl 3000 is a blend of two messenger signals that walk in like they own the place and say, hey, we used to have standards around here. Technically, it tells your skin to repair itself. Matrixyl signals your skin to produce more collagen, which is what keeps everything lifted, firm, and not sliding south. It's a wrinkle softener. It doesn't freeze your face. It fills and smooths from underneath by rebuilding structure and plumping skin cells, reduces fine lines, softens deeper wrinkles, and improves wrinkle depth over time. Matrixyl helps restore elasticity and firmness so your skin doesn't just give up. It tightens the look of skin, improves bounce, helps sagging. It's actually committed to helping sagging. I love that. The face stops acting like it's tired of holding itself up. It also improves hydration levels and acts like your skin's internal maintenance crew, helping repair visible and invisible damage, supports healing processes and improving texture. It's not going to slap your face into submission overnight, but given a little time, it will rebuild what aging quietly took and smooth what life carved in, and remind your skin how to act like it's got some home training. And that's just the matrixyl. Let's talk about CoQ10 and vitamin C. Mm-hmm. They provide antioxidant support. MSM helps improve the look of skin resilience. Squalene from olive oil, jojoba, rosehip, evening primrose, avocado, and tamanu oils nourish and reinforce the moisture barrier without heaviness. Wildcrafted green tea, bearberry, licorice, Oregon grape, blueberry, cranberry, gotu kola, horsetail, cucumber, sea fennel, and eyebright contribute botanical support for tone, brightness, and comfort. Did you hear that ingredient day? It is absolutely unchallenged. It's just unchallenged. What it's for: skin that feels thinner or less supported, fine lines and visible laxity, uneven tone and texture, dryness that exaggerates wrinkles and dullness, face, neck, and jawline areas needing visible reinforcement. How to use: apply after the High and Tight Serum morning and night. Use upward strokes across face, neck, décolleté. You can put this on the backs of your hands that show age. Allow full absorption before putting on makeup. That's like 2 minutes. The finish is plump, supported, and smooth, structured, but natural.
Okay, so a couple of things I want to make sure everybody heard. You can put it on the back of your hands, put it all through here, put it up here. When you put it on, she says upwards motions, upward applying. And so it helps as well. Producer Ron wants me to share with everybody also that he has a link on the website for godlygranny.com. If you go to the search bar and just search new release, 2 words, new release single. He didn't put an S on the end, so it's new release. It'll give you all the new releases that we're releasing today. And everything that we're releasing today has a 5% discount for you. Plus you get to use your coupon code. So all new releases will have, for today, we'll have an extra 5% for you. So that way you get a little extra something to be able to try the new products that we're releasing. Okay, the next one, now I got to tell you, the Let There Be Collagen Serum, that was one of our first products. It was in our very first 25. And we sell a lot of Let There Be
Yes, you
Collagen serum, a lot. It shocks me how much we still sell of that. Like that is a bestseller for us.
I mean,
And we
it
don't
says
even
a
talk
lot if
about
you sell a bunch,
Yeah.
obviously, but the reorders, like people are loving it.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. It shocks me, but I've noticed it. So Let There Be Collagen eye gel is launching today. So Eve, share with us.
Yes, everybody wants an eye gel, especially this time of year. Now, remember, none of our products have to be refrigerated, but if you do, honey, if you do. And Granny saw fine lines and they were not good. This may say eye gel on the jar, but Granny's not biased. Yes, it's built for those puffy under eyes. It smooths the look of puffiness and fine lines. It layers like a dream, but it also works anywhere skin looks tired, creased, crepey, or sunburned. Forehead, smile lines, neck, chest, décolleté, hands, upper lip, especially for you ladies who do have a little something there and do the little shade thing. It's lightweight, tightening, smoother partner to Granny's Let There Be Collagen Face and Body Serum. The serum feeds the field. The gel targets the trouble spots. Together, they preach restoration. What makes it different? This is not some watery gel with benefits. This is a structured, botanically fortified, hydration binding, barrier supporting, line softening formula that goes to work immediately and keeps working. The Hydration Foundation, organic aloe leaf juice, cooling, calming, comforting. Aloe helps soothe delicate under eye skin and supports hydration without heaviness. Glycerin is in here twice. There's a reason for that. It is a humectant workhorse. It draws moisture in and holds it there. Under eyes love it. That's why it gets 2 coats. Plant-based hyaluronic acid. Surface plumping hydration helps skin look smoother, fresher, less creased, lightweight, non-sticky, not greasy, holds up to 1,000 times its weight in moisture. Irish moss, a mineral-rich sea botanical that helps create that silky glide-on texture while supporting hydration retention. Let's talk about the Structure Support Squad. Soluble collagen. That's the kind your body knows what to do with. Supports the appearance of firmer, smoother skin. Think bounce, think elasticity. Think, now who's asking who old am I? Botanical ceramides. Okay, we're going to talk about ceramides. Another one of my favorite ingredients. Barrier guardians. Ceramides help reinforce the skin's natural structure so moisture doesn't just show up, it stays. Avocado oil. Light, nourishing oil that softens without suffocating. No heavy film, just support. Now let's talk about the tightening botanicals. Reishi mushroom, antioxidant rich and revered for supporting calm, balanced looking skin. Gotu kola, traditionally associated with skin firmness and tone, helps support a smoother appearance over time. Horsetail extract, natural silica rich, not silicone, silica, big difference. Supports the appearance of strengthened, resilient skin. Geranium extract, balancing botanical support for tone and texture. Now let's talk about the brightening squad because that's in here too. Vitamin C, a stable form of vitamin C that supports brighter looking skin and helps even out tone. Vitamin E, antioxidant support that works beautifully alongside vitamin C. Glycolic acid, a mild exfoliating asset to help improve the look of texture and allow the good stuff to absorb. Not aggressive, not peel level, just refined. What it helps with: the look of fine lines, under eye puffiness, under eye dark circles, crepey texture, tired looking skin, uneven tone, early signs of aging, neck and chest creasing, lip lines, hard lines, hand lines, and yes, it's safe to say the men in your life will quietly borrow it. Who should use it? Anyone noticing under eye lines and puffiness? Who smiles a lot? Good for you, by the way. Layering and aging products. Anyone using Let There Be Collagen serum and wanting next level refinement. Anyone who believes, anybody 25 and above who believes in prevention, and anyone 45 and above who believes in redemption. How to use: apply Let There Be Collagen Face and Body Serum first. Once absorbed, tap a pea-sized amount of eye gel under eyes, extend to outer corners, upper lip lines, forehead lines, neck, or anywhere needing smoothing. Let absorb fully before applying makeup, which again is like 2 minutes. So there's a little bit of everything in that jar. If we were going to do an eye gel, I wanted to do it right. And, sometimes we talk about the kitchen sink, the kitchen sinks in this eye gel. You guys have been asking for something for puffiness and dark circles. Here you go.
All right. What about hooded eyes? Is that the high and tight or
High and tight.
Mm-hmm. So WR Car, it's the products that we just covered that have the purple label. And so there's a serum and a cream that we just covered. That would be what you would talk about for or look at for hooded eyes. This is for the dark circles. So, okay.
I want to say one thing. Remember the supercharger serum? If you put that on prior to putting all of these on, remember they will work a lot better, a lot faster, a lot longer.
There you go. It'll help your skincare line. When it lasts longer, it helps just even kind of spread out the investment that you've put into your skincare line as well, those particular products. Also had a couple of questions. Deborah West is asking, will that allergy stick help with stop my chronic runny nose? It helps mine.
It depends on what's causing it. I don't know if you've done, a metal cleanse, parasite cleanse. I don't know where you are on that fact finding mission. What it will do is help you be able to breathe better. It's going to stop some of the inflammation in your sinuses. It's also really good for headaches. It just does all kinds of things, wonderful things.
By the way, also just want to say, if you're struggling or someone that's struggling with headaches, one of the things that can be a sign of is being short on magnesium. And so just want to say I had a conversation this morning with a lady who's in the medical field and in more on the holistic side. And she and I were talking about that how important magnesium is. We have some of the best creams. We could do all different kinds of magnesiums, but we stick with the cream because it just does so phenomenally well for you. And remember that all of our products, none of it's watered down. It's all concentrated. A little bit goes a long way. Get the supercharger serum and the reactivating spray. It's going to go even longer. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. So remember earlier in the show, I said that there are a few things that we have, but we're coming out with a different form or to help you in different ways. And so one of them is the Wild Yam Hormone Balancing Cream. But this is going to be in a 2-ounce tube. We've always only had the 4-ounce jar. And so if you go on a trip and you're going to get on a plane, and that's going to be a problem. So potentially, this is great for your makeup bag. And so, it's the exact same formula as what we've always had. And so Eve, you want to say anything about this before we move on?
I do. Hold on. I told somebody I was 10 years younger last week because I honestly forgot I was in my 60s. I'm 63 and I went into early menopause at 35, 36 and started getting hot flashes and had hot flashes. And I still have an occasional one if John forgets to bring me some home. But to tell you, he and I married 11 years ago in June in Georgia on the front porch. And the second my mother, who was a pastor, said that we were married, I ran in the house and laid over the air vent with all the guests out in the front yard. It was that bad. And if we had known then what we know now, we could do an awful lot for you. But Wild Yam is not just for hot flashes. It's not just for night sweats. It's for any kind of cramping. So it's not just for people older in life too. This is great for menopausal girls who have terrible cramping and PMS. It's good for mood swings. It's good for crying jags. It's good for depression. It's good for all of those things. And it's all natural foods, putting the foods back in your body. Your body's not getting anymore to help us age like the sweet little old ladies we can be.
All right. Now available in a 2-ounce tube. It's already on the website. Don't forget, you can go to the search bar and search new release and you'll be able to see the list and that's included. I have to tell you, I have to say, it's the ladies at the Granny Shack. We call our distribution center the Granny Shack. And I came in one day and they're just so cute. They're 20 and 21. And they were like, hey, we've been talking and we don't understand. Now, by the way, they're on Wild Yam. And then they were talking because of what you were talking about, the symptoms for PMS, Eve. And so they are already on those. But they were like, why don't you have testosterone cream in a tube? And they were the ones that brought it to my attention. And then, of course, when you look at testosterone cream, I looked at the Wild Yam and said, well, wait a minute. If we're going to do that, we probably need to do the Wild Yam in a tube too. I don't know how. I'd never noticed it, but they just brought it up and they were so excited. They're so cute. They get so excited when their ideas, not only are listened to just like everybody else, but when they actually see like, oh, the next day I was like, yep, we've already got that going. We're going to have that. And they're like, really? What? And so it was so funny because they got so excited. But the wild yam cream, the next one is the testosterone boost. And so it's unscented only. Now we offer this in the jar with Rustic Man and Man of Valor, our 2 men's scents. We sell a ton of unscented though. It outsells the 2 scented ones. And I started realizing, I suspect that we are selling the unscented so much because we're selling it to women. I think a lot of our female customers are buying the testosterone for themselves, not necessarily for a man in their lives. So anyways, because I kept saying, why do we sell so much unscented? This is odd to me. And so anyways, okay. So testosterone cream, 2-ounce tube, only in unscented. And so just want to make sure that you realize that. And then Eve, you want to add anything about the testosterone boost cream?
I do. I meant to say a minute ago, men need some wild yam too. They don't have to use it as often as we do, but every human body needs a certain amount of estrogen and a certain amount of testosterone. So now, if you don't want your husband chasing you around the bedroom, you were warned. You were warned. Let me tell you something important. If you've got really difficult pain, we had a nurse that said that nothing she did worked. Now, this was before Terminator. And so she went and got some blood work done, and she was low on testosterone, which most women are. And so she decided to try Godly Granny testosterone cream, and she did. And after, I think it was a little over a week, if a week, the pain had completely gone in her hip because she was so low on testosterone. So it won't hurt anybody, any age, to use the testosterone. It won't hurt anybody at any age to use the wild yam. They're both whole foods.
And your body just knows what to do with it. All right. Pammy is asking over on YouTube, would Let There Be Collagen eye gel be okay to use on my eyes, even though I have macular degeneration?
I have macular
degeneration.
I can't, Father, I do not accept that curse. I've been diagnosed with macular degeneration. I don't accept that. Michelle and I are working on things for that. But no, absolutely not. This is aloe, cucumber, and spirulina. All foods the body recognizes as food. Now, here's what I want you to understand in case you haven't watched before. 80% of what goes on the skin goes in the skin. 60% gets in the bloodstream. We are not getting even 10% of the vitamins, minerals, and enzymes we need. Even if we're buying cows straight from a farm, even if we're drinking raw, we're not getting it because the grass doesn't have it anymore from all the flyovers and all the pesticides. I don't care. I have to have a way to get food into your bloodstream, which doesn't necessarily happen with our food. And if it did, would you really want it to? So what we are doing is we are supplying so many areas of like magnesium. Up until a year ago, I would have told you that magnesium affects 300 systems of the body. We now know it's over 400 systems of the body. If you don't have it, your body is constantly, your cortisol level is high in fight or flight because it's trying to rearrange what little energy it's got to do these crazy things that your body can't do because you don't have the nutrition to do it with. If we have to eat to live and what we're eating is devoid of what we need to live, and I know that how harsh that sounds, but I got to make you understand these classes that I'm doing now, we've got a finite amount of time to turn this around. And that is not fear mongering. I don't want you to go in debt or anything like that, but I'm saying, the Bible says, if you see somebody doing something they shouldn't and you don't call it out, it's on you. That's biblical. If you tell them and they continue to do it, it's on them. I am telling you, you have got to clean up your life, your home, and your act. That includes the people that you love. Long before Tom's natural toothpaste, which is not natural anymore, long before all that crap, I was buying fluoride-less toothpaste or making it for my kids and grandkids, right? We have to do this. We want everything easy. We want everything instant. We want everything comfortable. We don't want to have to. This is going to impact not only the length of your life, but the quality of your life. I'm telling you, if you could only see what we see on blood work, how truly, truly dehydrated and mineral and vitamin deficient we are, even with people who are considered crunchy moms and tree huggers. It's not there. So I have to put it in your bloodstream the way I preferred it in your bloodstream, with topical, which can absolutely be done, which is why I'm always saying put stuff in your belly button. Even if it's beauty, put it in your belly button, because you've got 72,000 blood vessels directly under it and around it that go to every body extremity in 120 seconds, as long as you use the right humectant and essential oils, because essential oil, the molecules are so small, it crosses the blood-brain barrier in 2 minutes. We know what we're talking about. Start prepping your home. Start small. Things like soap. If you just clean up your soap, if you just clean up your laundry, if you just start there and get your people on this podcast or tell them about Godly Granny. It's not business as usual here. Michelle's doing things I can't find anybody doing globally, and I would know. I researched this. This is all I do all day, every day. And we're making a difference. And the way I know that is because all you got to do is go on the website and read the testimonials. Just read them. Don't take my word for it. Get the ingredient deck. Go get some of those apps that show you how clean it is. I've got to make you understand, for every 6 months you delay, that's 6 months I can't give you back. It's important. Even if you start small, just start somewhere.
All right, let's move on to some questions too. So Beloved Warrior 22 says, what about postpartum for my daughter?
It depends on if she's breastfeeding or not.
Okay. Another
It won't
viewer
really
says,
hurt her, but I would wait till after she quit breastfeeding.
Yeah, especially for wild yam. Can yam cream be used at the same time as the progesterone cream?
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's food. It's food. It's food.
But when you say the same time,
I don't know why you use progesterone cream if you had wild yam, but yeah, it won't hurt it. You can't OD on yam.
But when
you can try.
Okay. So what we say though on dosing is that you do the testosterone in the morning because it gives you energy and all that. So you want to be taking that in the morning. And then the wild yam cream, you apply that at night. Okay. So when we say, yes, you can do them at the same time, we mean, yes, you can be on both at the same time, but you're going to take them at different times. So you're going to take the testosterone in the morning, rub, and then also you're going to do the wild yam in the evenings. Now, if someone is postmenopausal, do they still take a week off for the wild yam?
Your body has cycles, 28-day cycles, even if you're not menstruating anymore. Your body still goes through the function of pretending to release. And so you want to give it 7 days to allow it to do that. So just pick a week, the first week of the month, last week of the month, whatever's easiest for you to remember. Just take 1 week off every month.
All right.
Men men can use it every day.
Do they take a week off? Do women need to take a week off of the testosterone?
No.
Okay. So, all right. So I think we've thoroughly covered this. Always make sure to check out the website. We spend a lot of time on those product pages and making sure lots of details, click through all the tabs, be sure to scroll down and read the reviews. But the website and each product description and all of that product page, we put a lot of time and effort into that to make sure that we get you as much information as possible. There's only so much room on a bottle or a jar. So all the details are in the product page on the website. Okay.
So one thing, if you're not, if you're a woman, you're not on the testosterone and you're just doing the yam, do it twice a day, morning and night. Just put time between testosterone and yam if you're doing them both.
All right. Say that again.
If you are a woman and you're on wild yam and you're not on the testosterone, do it morning and night. Do it 2 times a day. It's only if you're on testosterone that you need to split it up.
Okay. Pierre's mom says that she has shingles, and can I use my pain poultice on it? It's got menthol.
Well, it depends. If it's crusty or has broken skin, it's going to sting because salt stings. My preference would be for you to pair unscented magnesium and the First Fruits lemon balm. And if it's itching, the anti-itch unscented, amazing for shingles. Amazing.
There you go.
I've had it.
Beloved Warrior, or you could use, I would think it would be great also if they were able to use the anti-itch bar soap in the bathtub.
Yes. Absolutely.
We released that last month. Okay, Deborah, this is why we do things in, by the way, this is why we do the same kind of product in different forms. So if you think, well, why are they putting that in a bar soap? Well, it got the cream. This is why. And so if you got trouble sleeping, get you some of the nighttime magnesium boost and bar soap. And even in the bathtub, use that. And it helps to start that process. Do you have progesterone too? No, we just have the wild yam and we have the testosterone.
I don't believe in progesterone.
Okay.
I'm not saying you shouldn't. I cannot give medical. I'm just saying you don't need it if you've got wild yam.
If you have what?
Wild yam.
All right, Deborah.
Made wild yams food.
Okay. All right, let's keep going. So the next one is going to be wild yam hormone balancing bar soap. We just talked about bar soaps. It's a beauty bar soap, so it's smaller and it's round because it's really designed for women. And so it's a little bit smaller bar soap. Eve, what do you want to share about this? I know it's not a new product, but is there anything you want to share about it before we move on?
I just think it's important that you understand that let's say that you're not in a position to get a tube or a jar of wild yam for whatever reason right now. Start with this. It's not nearly as strong as the cream. However, using this with the cream, you will see results quicker.
Beloved Warrior 22 says, I sleep much better on the wild yam, exclamation point. So she means it. All right. The next one is the testosterone boost bar soap. And here we go. Unscented. Look at this baby. And so it's coming in unscented only. So for those of you that like the Rustic Man or Man of Valor, it's not coming scented. And so it's unscented for you if you need it. This will also fit in a travel bag. And so, Eve, before we move on, is there anything you'd like to add about this? So we've had testosterone boost cream, and now we're doing the bar soap.
Yes. The latest testing round shows that boys that are 18 years old are at a 20% level of testosterone of what their fathers were at 18. If you think about that. So if you want grandbabies, not with too young, all your men need to be on the soap.
So you're saying
even if they won't do a cream, men will bathe. So have them use this.
You're saying that 18-year-olds right now are at 20%, not 20% lower. They're at 20% of what I believe it.
What their parents were.
Yeah, I believe it. And I believe there are many contributing factors, but it's all, of course, designed that way. Okay, so the next one, I'm excited about this. Y'all, I love First Fruits. So there's the yogurt probiotic face and body veil. It now comes in the lemon fruit oil. Look at this bad boy. All right, Eve, share with us about this one. So I know this is one of Eve's favorite products.
It is. And I'm going to put my notes down because this is the one I'm prepped for this. I need you to understand what's trying to come. We know there's going to be other pandemics. We know some have already been released. Again, that's not fear. We know what to do now. So what I need you to do is to get a yogurt probiotic veil on your face and body, on your kids' hands, anywhere there's open skin, around your mouth. First of all, the texture is just, as she would say, dreamy. I say yummy. She says dreamy. It's whipped. It's light, but it's very substantive. It's not greasy. Your skin immediately drinks it up. What this does is this puts a layer between you and anything that's not you. So back in the day when we were all washing our hands every 15 minutes and doing the ice bucket challenge with hand sanitizer, what a lot of people didn't know back then is you were creating micro tears in your body. So then, you think, okay, well, I've killed the germs, and you put your hand down on a counter where a germ is. Then your skin is open. There's a wound you can't see unless you put it under a microscope. You've got micro tears. And then, of course, the germ or toxin or chemical or whatever it is has a straight shot into your bloodstream. This fills that in. This is wonderful. My lifelong best friend is a certified raw food nutritionist with all these other names. She can look at your eyeballs and tell you what's wrong with you. So she taught us how to do this because as a preacher's kid, I grew up going, to every wedding, every funeral, every hospital, every nursing home. And constantly my parents had something. Now I have 9 grandbabies, 9. And one of them I pick up from kindergarten every day. And I don't get sick like I used to with the first 2 who are older now, one's about to graduate. They were bringing germs home. I was sick all the time. She's like, put it on your face, put it on your hands. Every time you wash your hands, put it on your hands. Now, it's yummy for all over. It's very soothing. It's got amazing probiotics and prebiotics in it. It's got vitamin C in it, of course, because it's first fruit. That's pure vitamin C fruit oil pulp, everything in there that you need. So I want you to think of this, even though it doesn't say immunity, this is big about immunity, not in the fact that it's building up your immune system so much, but the vitamin C is as much as it's preventing things from getting in. If you're going to walk barefoot in the house, put this on, let it dry before you walk barefoot in the house, because I'm telling you, we're walking on more gellins, we're walking on all kinds of things anymore. Protect your body by not letting the chemicals and things in. Now, I cannot promise you will not get sick if you use this. I cannot do that. Somebody could cough in your mouth, whatever. All I'm saying is give yourself a fighting chance. You tired of pollen? Put this on you. Because, we pick our nose. I hate to say that. We put our fingers in our mouth. We're putting contacts in. All that's getting on there. Keep this on. And the wonderful thing about it, this doesn't come off in 2 or 3 washings. You can still feel it after you take a shower. But you strip it if you use any type of alcohol product like a hand sanitizer. This is one of my favorite textures of a body butter / cream / lotion. Now, it's really none of those things. It's just really fluffy, which is why we call it a souffle, because it's like a stealth warrior. And when you put it on, you'll see what I mean. It doesn't feel like anything else you wear. It's very breathable. It's very protective.
Concentrated, a little bit goes a long way. I want to go back. If you don't use any kind of an alcohol product like a hand sanitizer, let's say you got a little one Monday morning before he or she goes to school, you put it on their hands, rub it on their face a little bit. Okay. As long as they don't use any kind of a hand sanitizer product while at school, then you'll be fine to use it. Even like you can do it every other day. Mm-hmm. And so they can wash their hands
with it on.
What'd you say?
They can still wash their hands with it on.
Yes. And so it's different than hand sanitizer. Just want to make sure everybody understands that. This is a fabulous product. We already have it also in black raspberry vanilla, which is a favorite. And then also we're releasing today Immunity Boost. And so let's take a look at this one. Eve, tell us about it.
This is massive for your little ones. It's such a big deal. It doesn't smell as good as the First Fruits lemon because, have you ever talked to them about Thieves Essential Oil? Do they know what Thieves Essential Oil is? Kind of.
No.
Okay.
No.
This is an essential oil blend. I hate the name of it, but we didn't name it that. It's an essential oil blend that kills germs. Kills them. It doesn't prevent them from getting on you. It kills them. So this is the same formula as the one we just saw, but it's also got some lemon fruit peel and oil for the vitamin C, orange peel oil for the vitamin C. Then it's got tea tree. It's got frankincense. And it's got eucalyptus, aloe vera, vitamin E. So it does not smell bad at all. Please hear me. Don't hear what I'm not saying. It still smells wonderful. It just smells like what you would expect an immunity diffuser to smell like with these in it. Very medicinal, but in a spa way, not in a heavy, not good kind of way.
Sure. Okay. And Thieves is very popular, common. Okay. So, and because immunity, I felt like this was important to have in this product because we actually sell so much immunity boost, like the Foot Fizzies and just different products. The immunity boost do really well. And so, which I think is great. I know we have a little bit more of an older audience overall. And so I like that as well for them. So to keep that immunity system up. And so we went on ahead and moved forward with this one as well. Jesus, yes, please on YouTube says, I've bought quite a few of the Godly Granny products, but I don't know all the benefits for each other than what I learn on the show. Is there a list of these benefits that we can get to see if we are using them properly? And that was what I was just saying a little bit ago is the website. Make sure that, like, let's say that you buy a product and you get it, go to the website where you bought the product. It is packed. That's why I was saying earlier, we put so much effort and energy. They're professionally edited. This is a big deal with the website, there are so many things listed on there for you, honey. And so, so always the website, we can only put so much on a little jar or a tube. And so, we have the instructions and all that on there as well, as, you know, of course, ingredients, but we get into lists of all the different kinds of things, that, a product can help you with. And so it's a big deal. So, I hope that helps you. Also, the website, just so you did, in case you didn't know this, godlygranny.com is extremely searchable. So let's say that you're wanting something that helps you with your immunity system. You can just put immune, or immunity, and it will help you, find all different kinds of products for that. So,
Can I say one
okay.
other thing about the yogurts?
Sure.
If I was at home and watching Godly Granny for the first time, and I was only going to get one thing today of today, and this is just me, I will get one of the yogurts, and I will tell you why. If you're serious about detoxing, if you're serious about killing parasites, if you're serious about heavy metals, if you're serious about all of that, then one of the things you got to have is a healthy gut. So even though this is a topical to protect your body from things that it's coming into contact with and to help your immunity system, it's also help regulating the digestive system to be strong enough to let off the things that are dying that have to go.
Well, that's important. And so gut health is extremely important. Decreaseman says, would you apply this veil after applying your skincare or before applying makeup?
Let me think what she's saying. Yes, I would. Yes, before you put on the makeup, absolutely. So and if you're not a makeup wearer, put it on last, absolutely.
But you put your skincare on, and then put this on.
You just need a very thin layer. That jar is going to last you. Remember, it's concentrated. That jar is going to last you a long time if you do it right.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. And then let's see. Carol says over on YouTube, I see so much information on the website. I read it continually. Also, when I recommend products, I share the information. Yeah, it's just impossible. It's so much information. And thank you, Carol, for acknowledging that. It's so much information that it's impossible to do it the products justice for the most part. When you think about, like, I've thought about putting in some kind of card in the box and with certain products. And so the one thing that we are working on, though, is a card that will tell you the order of how to layer your skincare, and it's by skincare line. So, and we're going to be doing that. Those will be within the next month or so. They were already done. They're already on the website even. So if you go to the products, let's say that you go to the bundle for one of the skincare lines. So let's say you go to Advanced Genesis, even those, the ones that we released today, those are already done as well. And so those graphics are already available, and we're going to be having those printed, and then we'll be putting them in the boxes with that, just so that way people for sure know the order to put their skincare and apply it. And so, okay, so we just finished with the yogurt probiotic face and body veil. And now we're going to cover a new fur baby product. By the way, Flashmore just got this new product on last night for the third time. He's over here sleeping in his bed next to me. But I love the fur baby line. Y'all know, right? I hope you know. So fur baby, calming magnesium, stress relief, goat milk, bar soap with magnesium and passion flower. It comes in green tea and aloe, and additionally, it comes in unscented. So it just depends on which one you want. But Eve, take it away. You know how much I love this.
Okay. Because they're not just a dog or just a cat. Don't try Granny. Granny doesn't play when it comes to her fur babies. Thunderstorms, fireworks, car rides, that one neighbor's lawnmower. If your baby is pacing, panting, shedding like a confession, or acting like the sky's falling, Granny says, bring them to the tub. This isn't a pet soap that smells like fake lavender and broken promises. This is a calming, comfort first, skin-loving bar made with ingredients you trust on yourself. Because if it's not good enough for Granny, it's not going on her fur baby. The Calm Crew, magnesium chloride. It's a big deal. Most people use the wrong magnesium. Known for supporting relaxation and easing tension, transdermal support isn't just for humans. A warm bath plus magnesium, that's nervous system peace in bar form. Chamomile extract, gentle, soothing, and traditionally associated with calm for itchy, stressed skin and overstimulated little spirits. Passion flower extract, a botanical known for its calming character because some fur babies feel everything. Colloidal oatmeal, the itch whisperer, comforts dry, irritated skin and supports the moisture barrier. Plantain leaf, those are fancy bananas. Traditionally used to soothe and support compromised skin. Aloe vera, cooling, calming kind. The Nourishment Squad, goat milk, gentle, creamy, and supportive for sensitive pet skin. Honey, and who don't love Godly Granny honey? Naturally conditioning and soothing. Cocoa shea and mango butters, triple hydration so their coat feels soft, not stripped, because calm skin equals calm baby. The base that behaves. This bar is built on a gentle soap base that lathers beautifully without harshness. No aggressive detergents, no industrial kennel scent, just clean, comforted, cuddly fur. Excuse me. It's for nervous or anxious fur babies, thunderstorm stress, firecracker night, post-grooming irritation, dry, itchy skin, scratching due to nerves, and bath time that needs to feel like therapy, not punishment. How to use. Wet your fur baby thoroughly with warm, not hot water. Lather the bar in your hands or gently glide over the coat. Massage slowly. Speak softly because they know your tone. Tell them help is on the way. Let the lather sit for a minute or two, especially along shoulders, back, and legs, to allow the calming botanicals and magnesium to do their thing. Rinse thoroughly, towel dry, and prepare for the zoomies or their deepest nap of the week. It could go either way. The finish is a soft coat, comforted skin, and calmer energy, because Granny may love people, but she would absolutely choose her fur babies first.
Okay, couple of questions. So we had a question about Joe Fran Woods says, I've heard lavender can trigger seizures and that her dog has seizures. Is there any truth to that?
I can't say that there's no truth. It's rare. Well, let me take that back. It depends. If it's a very light essential oil, probably not. If it's man-made lavender, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. We're not using man-made lavender. And so, okay.
And just in case you want to know, because there is an unscented and a green tea. That green tea is so good. It's so good.
Okay. Do we have lavender in the ingredient deck?
No.
Yeah. So I don't know why they're asking about the lavender. That's why I'm a little bit confused.
Because that's what most people, when you go to the store to buy pet soap, that's what most of them are. But
I think also because our stress relief line.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, even though we use
people,
and that's why this isn't.
But it's not man-made lavender.
Yeah, well, that's not either. But this is for the fur babies. But Joe Fran, this doesn't have lavender in it, and so I'm not sure if what's triggering that question. So that's why I'm trying to figure out what's going on there.
It on the shelf when he goes to the store to buy.
Okay. Or the fact that we have a stress relief line that has lavender, but we use the word, but this does not have it, sweetie. Okay. So KM Sunshine said, is the fur baby bar soap good for cats too?
Yes, absolutely. Cats need magnesium just as much as dogs do.
All of our fur baby products are cat and dog friendly.
Correct. So far.
The only thing that happened here, this is why, let me give you the backstory about why we decided to do this as a product for a bar soap for stress. It was actually a personal thing. Flashmore, I think, is dealing with some stress stuff, some stressors. And so I personally was having a little bit of a hard time with putting the cream on his little puppy paw pads at night. He sleeps in the bed with us, and I have a hard time. A lot of times I don't want to put the magnesium cream on his little puppy paws until he's gone out to potty for the last time. Well, a lot of times I'm already asleep. My husband lets him out later. And so it's the last thing my husband does prior to going to sleep. So I said, we need another way to get magnesium for stress relief and to calm. Now, last night he had a bath and I gave him his bath. And so I lathered him up with his shampoo, his fur baby shampoo. And then after that, I used this. This is the third time I've used it on him. I've had it for a month and I used it on him. And I noticed immediately the first time, the second time, and again last night, I looked to see this lathers up so quick and so easy. And so, and I got to tell you, he was done with bath time and dried out and brushed out by about 7:15 by me. He ran to the bed. I took a bath. I cleaned out the bathtub, took a bath, got out of the bathtub. He's sitting on the bed like he always is, waiting for me outside the door of the bathroom. And the first thing he wanted to do was get under the covers. And I never saw him again the rest of the night. He was done. He slept like a rock. And so, and that's what's happened every time he's had a bath using this magnesium soap, by the way. So he's just very calm. It's like us with magnesium. And so he had a great night's sleep. And so I was very happy.
If you're going on a long road trip, with a puppy who doesn't like to ride, this is a wonderful thing to do just prior.
Okay. Or do the cream, because he'll be in the bed and it'll be fine. Cooper Smith, I just don't want little magnesium cream paw prints all over my floors. And, because that doesn't do any good for the baby. Cooper Smith says, my dogs love the Fur Baby products. They actually try to eat it before I can get it on them. They also stole the tube and chewed it. Oh, no. I now keep it on the shelf. Oh, my goodness. That's crazy.
They know it's food.
Yeah, I was going to say, Flash tries to lick his paw. And so I never thought about that, Cooper Smith. Thank you for bringing that up. All right. So the next one that we're going to talk about, this is just a new addition. So a new scent. Our deodorants do extremely well. And we released a new scent recently, and it was called Vanilla Papaya. And now it is available in a deodorant. I got to tell you, it comes off and just glides off so easy. And I am absolutely loving it. It's, I've said before, I can be weird about scents. I love this one. I absolutely love it. It's kind of got a clean feel and smell to it to me. And so it's not real heavy or anything. And I absolutely love it. But it's now available in Vanilla Papaya. So just
you guys just asked for this on, if I'm not mistaken, it was the last show. And here it is.
Yes, it actually happened very quickly. I've had it and been using it. Okay, so the next one, which y'all, it's just, we pull off miracles around here. Okay, the next one is, we wanted to revisit bee pollen. Now, one of the things that I'm hearing about, and I wanted to kind of cover with you, Eve, is I'm hearing blood pressure, that it helps with blood pressure. Mm-hmm. It can help with blood pressure. And so I've got my husband using this. He's having some blood pressure issues. My blood pressure, they take it again a second time because mine's so low. And I asked somebody one time, well, what makes it low? And she just said good genetics. But my blood pressure runs so low that they'll take it a second time thinking they made a mistake. So I don't have blood pressure issues. But okay, share with us what you'd like to revisit about the bee pollen today.
First of all, I want to thank everybody that bought it on the launch show a few weeks ago. She sold out like immediately, and then she sold out again. She sold out again.
And again,
why Godly Granny's bee pollen is not like any other on the market? Because we control the bees. They're literally our bees, literally. So Godly Granny's raw bee pollen isn't a supplement. It's a sovereign little miracle. Little golden granules, big kingdom energy. The original multivitamin, the one heaven outsourced to Granny's bees. These golden granules are hand gathered by honeybees from wildflowers, packed onto their legs like saddlebags, and carried back to the hive where they're gently combined with thyme, trace nectar, and live natural enzymes. That's it. At least for Granny's bee pollen, just sun, soil, blossom, and bee. No heat, no fillers, no foolery, not ever. And because Granny doesn't play about purity, here's the big deal, our pollen is raw and unheated, non-processed, wildflower rich, carefully and slowly dried at very low temps to preserve enzymes and integrity with no additives or caking agents. How many of you knew that when you were getting other people's bee pollen, they were putting caking agent in it, which is similar to baby powder to keep stuff from sticking together? And so you're thinking you're doing some wonderful whole food and you're eating something akin to powder. We don't put anything in this. So what is bee pollen? It's bioavailable enzymes. It's considered one of the most nutritionally dense foods on earth. Each tiny granule contains natural amino acids, including the essential ones for life. Naturally occurring vitamins, the entire B complex, C, D, and E, minerals like magnesium, potassium, zinc, iron, selenium, antioxidants, plant enzymes. And let me tell you why that's a big deal. We talked about digestion. Our food is not breaking down in our system because it's not food. The natural enzymes in all natural unheated bee pollen, it will help your digestive system digest your food. It will help with gas. It will help with incontinence. It will help with being regular. It will help all of those things. If you get distended belly or you just feel tight all the time, it will help with, sometimes we come in, we'll say, supper's sitting heavy on me. If you know what that means, that awful feeling like something's in the pit of your belly and it won't go away. Bee pollen is for that. The other thing, just this, and I wanted to pull this on you because I want to see the look on your face. The supercharger, what it does for products?
Mm-hmm.
So does bee pollen and honey. It makes them all work better, faster, stronger, longer. Because all of this adhere. First of all, these pollens, when you eat them, and you can eat them just out of the spoon, you can sprinkle them on ice cream, you can put them in a smoothie, you can put them in anything. You can put them in your coffee, your tea, your milk, yogurt. I mean, there's nothing you can't use it for. The nice thing is this is going to start pulling out some of the toxins, and honey is going to stick to all the places. Eating honey is very similar to what yogurt probiotic does on the outside, but on the inside. It's coating areas to keep things from being pocketed. It's going to suffocate parasites. There's all kinds of things that we're learning that honey does that we did not know, that nobody knew until recently. Seriously.
Now, let's clarify. It's the Godly Granny honey that isn't watered down. So we have honey that is Godly Granny honey that is pure,
it's
high quality.
I think we're going to go over a little bit in just a minute, right?
Yeah, but if you're going to go to the grocery store and just buy honey,
I'll tell you about what you're getting at the grocery store. It's not even honey, it's syrup. But we're going to talk about that.
It's crazy.
You guys need to know this is going to help pull things out of you. It's going to help you go to the bathroom. It's going to help with your skin. Bee pollen helps with acne, blood pressure, cardiac, everything, inflammation, joints, skin, bone density, all of those things.
Okay, so Eve, I got a question. And KM Sunshine, I was already thinking about this. I'm so glad that she wrote it too, so I don't forget. Has a question about honey and bee products. Is it true that you should buy these in your region to help with allergies? You hear about local honey, local to your area.
All right, let me explain. That's great if your beekeeper knows what to do. And I'm not saying that some of them don't, but here's the issue. Small apiaries like that normally can't produce enough honey even for their family, much less everybody else. So things seem to happen. First of all, it's difficult to get honey in a jar, real honey, without heating it. And so ours is never heated. We're just very patient in the pour. But most apiaries will heat it to get it to pour cleanly into a jar, and that destroys the enzymes. So I would agree that if the enzymes could stay alive, it would help in your area. We're going to come back to that in just a minute. But they heat it. The other thing is they strip the hive trying to get enough, and then they end up killing off their bees because their bees don't have anything to build from again. Which is
Okay, stop there. So Janet on X says, not only do they overprocess the honey when the bees aren't gathering nectar, which is what you're talking about, they put high fructose corn syrup on top of the hives to feed the bees.
That's right.
Okay. So thank you, Janet, for sharing that with us.
So when they can't get enough to fill up the jars for as many as they want to sell, and take it down to the weekend, whatever, farmer's market, they end up adding syrup and or water, or they fed the bees something to get them to produce more, which is very unhealthy for you. A lot of them don't even know not to do that. I'm not saying that they're bad people. Yeah. I'm just saying that we are now professionals at this. They're our bees. It's our bee farm. And here's what we've done. Now, we cannot make a bee not fly to a certain area. However, the farm is large, and we have an area of orange blossom grove. We have a lemon blossom grove. We have a sourwood grove. We have a wildflower grove. So those are the trees that grow all over mainland USA. And we're not heating, and we're not adding syrup, and we're not adding water, and we're not feeding anything they're not supposed to have. And the farms are not fertilized. So in theory, if everybody knew what to do, I would agree with you. but we've got the foliage and the fauna from all over the mainland United States on this farm, and we aren't doing any of the things we're not supposed to do. So because of that reason, I'd say nothing is as safe, as pure for sure, and as nutritive as ours.
Okay, Ted Gray had one. It's the United States, sweetheart. What country does this bee pollen come from? It's here. It's
North
the
Carolina.
same place. Yeah, it's the same place. So everything that we do is in the United States and small batch. And okay, so
With the exception of Manuka honey that we put in our products, we don't have it as edible yet because that only grows in New Zealand.
there are a couple of ingredients like our Dead Sea mineral, mud, pain poultice, and the two face products for that. So we have a couple of we have ingredients that come from outside the country, certain ingredients, but not many. But
Like
this,
our magnesium comes from Tibet because Himalayas has the purest non-fertilized areas.
there's reasons for that. Yes, that's great. Okay, so the last thing we're going to talk about with Eve today is homespun honey. We have a number of those. This is something that we're not adding anything new. We just have the ones that we already have as far as flavors. We're probably going to discontinue. In fact, I know we are. We're going to discontinue some of the flavors just because it's so much. We have so many. But we wanted to go back and talk with you about homespun honey. We talked last time about the whipped. And so Eve, share with us about the homespun.
I will. You guys have been loving the honey. Thank you for the beautiful reviews.
Yeah.
Most of the honey sitting on grocery store shelves has been cooked, filtered, stripped, diluted with water and syrup, and blended until it's about as close to real honey powdered mashed potatoes are to potatoes. Commercial honey is commonly ultra-heated, micro-filtered, blended with syrups, standardized to taste exactly the same way every time. And I know that little bear's cute, but that ain't honey. What makes Godly Grannies different? Real honey the way God and the bees intended. Raw, unfiltered, unprocessed, alive. This is honey that comes from actual flowers. Every jar contains the natural partnership between flowers, bees, sunlight, time, and nothing else. Just liquid sunshine with a Merker's permit from the land of milk and honey. While raw honey is one of nature's most remarkable foods. For thousands of years, honey has been used both as food, medicine, and beauty across nearly every culture on earth. Real raw honey contains naturally occurring enzymes like invertase, amylase, and glucose oxidase, antioxidants, trace minerals, amino acids, beneficial pollen, natural antimicrobial compounds. That combination is why honey has long been valued for supporting immune resilience, respiratory comfort, gut balance, wound healing, and skin repair, sustained natural energy, seasonal allergy tolerance, healthy digestion. It's also one of the only foods on earth that is naturally shelf stable forever.
There's no water added.
Yeah, no expiration date. Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that were over 3,000 years old and still perfectly edible. Honey does not spoil because bacteria cannot survive in it. Bacteria cannot survive in it. Now, before I get into the delicious flavors, let me go back and make sure you understand what I said. When you were eating honey, you know that old-fashioned saying, my granddaddy used to say, grit stick to your ribs. You know, if you go down to a cold morning, he'd say, grit stick to your ribs. Honey does. It sticks to all the places it's supposed to. And it is a constantly fighting inflammation. It's constantly working on your pH. It's constantly working on your elimination. It's helping you clean out better when you urinate. It should help with a few less UTIs. Real honey does amazing things. Now let's talk about the flavors because I love all the honeys. Do not get me wrong. But the homespun are my favorite. So we got lemon blossom. Now, that doesn't mean we flavored it with anything lemon. Lemon blossom is a flowering tree. So this comes from that area of the bee farm. It's bright, it's silky, it's sunshine in a spoon. Lemon blossom honey tastes like spring decided to become dessert. The bees gather nectar from fragrant lemon tree blossoms, creating a honey that's delicately citrusy, lightly floral, bright without being tart, and incredibly smooth. It's perfect for stirring into tea, drizzling over warm biscuits, pairing with fresh berries, topping vanilla ice cream, whisking into a vinaigrette, over chicken, or spinning in a citrus smoothie. So that's lemon. Orange blossom honey. Orange blossom. I love lemon. Don't get me wrong. But I got two favorites here, and I'm not afraid to share them. This is one of them. Orange blossom honey. Golden, irresistibly fragrant. Its sunshine had a flavor. This would be it. Orange blossom honey carries a soft citrus value with a warm, mellow sweetness that makes everything it touches better. It's famous for its velvety mouthfeel, its citrus aroma, and its clean finish. It's spectacular on cheese boards, pancakes, fresh bread with butter, chamomile or green tea, cocktails and mocktails, and sweet smoothie pick-me-ups. And once you taste it, store honey will feel like a distant, disappointing memory. This is my tied for favorite. Sourwood. Rare, buttery, legendary. Sourwood honey is the crown jewel of American honey. Bees gather nectar from the delicate white blossoms of the sourwood tree in the Appalachian Mountains, producing one of the most prized honeys in the world. The flavor is buttery smooth, delicately spicy, lightly caramelized, and I would say to me this tastes like either caramel candy or a cinnamon toast to me. Buttery smooth, delicately spicy, lightly caramelized, unbelievably good. It's so beloved. The beekeepers often keep the best jars for themselves. I'm not saying that I didn't do that. I'm also not saying that I did. Not Granny. She knows how to share. Try it with warm cornbread, roasted chicken and pork, buttered toast, vanilla gelato, ice cream. It's the kind of honey that makes people pause mid-bite and say, what is that and where has it been all my life? Next up, and this is a lot of people's favorites, wildflower. Bold, complex, nature's greatest mixtape. Wildflower honey is what happens when bees roam freely through fields, forests, and meadows, collecting nectar from dozens of blossoms. That means every jar is a snapshot of the landscape. Wildflower honey is rich, layered, aromatic, slightly herbal. It's the most complex and personality-packed honey in the lineup. Perfect for yogurt bowls, toast and butter, apple slices, oatmeal, glazes, and marinades. It's honey with a story in every spoonful. How to enjoy. A spoonful straight from the jar is perfectly acceptable behavior. But if you want to get fancy, drizzle it over Greek yogurt, fold it into oatmeal or cream of wheat, pair with artisan cheeses, stir into coffee or tea, glaze onto roasted vegetables like carrots, spoon over biscuits or cornbread, blend into salad dressings, whisk into marinades, or simply eat right out of the spoon. Granny doesn't judge. A note about crystallization. If your honey eventually turns cloudy or thick, congratulations, that means it's real. Raw honey naturally crystallizes over time because of its natural sugars. Just set the jar in warm water and it will return to its silky self without losing its goodness or its enzymes. Stored honey never does this because it's already been cooked into submission. Final word from Granny. If your honey pours like motor oil in January and tastes like melted candy, that's not honey. That's bee-adjacent syrup. Godly Granny's honey is raw, honest, alive, brimming with good taste and health benefits. And once you taste the real thing, you'll never go back. I don't care how cute that bear is.
All right. So I want to ask you a couple of questions about this. So when someone first gets the bee pollen, I believe, should do a little bit of a test, just like with a lot of our products. We always say test it first. Make sure you don't have any kind of allergy or anything like that or sensitivity. So with the bee pollen, I want to make sure people know to try a little on your food or in your yogurt or however you're taking it. What would be a regular dosage?
Most people should start with like a fourth of a teaspoon and work your way up from there.
Yeah. So I would give it a week, 5 to 7 days at that, and then start working up from there. Where do they top out at? Or is there such a thing? And this is
There's no such thing as topping out, although you really don't need more than a teaspoon at a sitting a day.
And I just want to make sure that people realize this is a superfood. This is a big deal. Obviously, all the things we've been talking about. These honeys, going back to the honey though, these honeys will last forever, like what Eve was saying. And if they start to crystallize, she read the instructions about that. The reason is because they are 100% honey. There has been no water added. All right, Eve, thank you so much and these were the home
everybody.
spots.
Remember, clean up your life, clean up your family's life.
Thanks, honey. All right. So that was so good. All right. We have a few more products, but first we're going to be right back after this.
You know, years ago, my hairstylist told me that there are many shampoos on the market, but most of them only clean your hair. He said, you need a shampoo and conditioner that's really going to moisturize your hair and do something for it. Well, believe me, I have tried so many shampoos and so many conditioners over the years, and none of them have really stood out until today. Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea with Reliable Beauty Reviews. Today, I cannot wait to tell you about a shampoo and conditioner that I am loving by Godly Granny. It's called Strengthen and Shine with biotin and rosemary in it. The kind I got was in apricot chamomile. This is the shampoo. This is the conditioner. The apricot chamomile smells so sweet and fruity. It makes my hair smell so amazing to begin. And if you don't want a scent, they also have one in unscented, and they have one for men in rustic man scent. Another thing about this shampoo that I really like too is they made the lettering really big on the side. I like the word conditioner, and I like how they have the word shampoo really large. So there's definitely no guesswork when you're in the shower, because I must admit, I actually washed my hair with conditioner one time and didn't know why I wasn't getting suds, and then realized, oops, wrong one. So this is very clever. I love that. This shampoo and conditioner makes my hair so soft and so manageable and shiny that, believe it or not, I'm actually getting compliments on it. So this shampoo and conditioner is bringing results. So let's check out the ingredients, because the ingredients are what bring results. We'll put the ingredients up for the shampoo as well as the conditioner, because keep in mind, even though they're sold separately, they work together as a team. All I can say is, wow, so amazing. This is nourishment for your hair. This is nutrition for your hair. And that's why it's so effective. And the best part, there's no sulfates, there's no artificial chemicals, artificial dyes, artificial colors. It's all healthy stuff for your hair. You cannot go wrong with this product. Only good ingredients are put into it. But you know what? It doesn't just stop there. Godly Granny has created a line, three other lines of shampoo and conditioners that we'll also get into as well. So let's check them out too. There's the thickening and volumizing shampoo with keratin and vitamin B5. It comes in the herbal essence scent. There's an unscented version, and there's one for men in the rustic man scent. There's the clarifying shampoo with hemp seed oil plus nettle. It comes in cool mint. There's one in unscented, and there's also one for men in the rustic man scent. And lastly, there's a shampoo and conditioner specifically for those who have blonde, white, or gray hair. It's called Purple Vibrancy Shampoo with olive triglycerides, and this one only comes in unscented. So there's really something for everyone. And I must say, these shampoos don't just clean your hair, they do so much more. So check out all of these shampoos and conditioners on the Godly Granny website. Let me know which one you really like best in the comments. I'm Andrea with Reliable Beauty Reviews, and I'll see you next time.
All right. Love Andrea's Reliable Beauty Reviews. She does such a great job, very thorough. She's on about every platform, YouTube, Rumble. I know she's on there, Facebook. And so you can look her up. I think she might be on Instagram. I'm not sure, but you can look her up and follow her on your favorite platform. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of new products for the home. I'm very excited. So remember last time we did a dish soap, and it was in lemon eucalyptus, which smells absolutely dreamy, by the way. It is a fully biodegradable dish soap. And so actually we even have a review that I wanted to share with you by Jill Moore. She had left a review on the website and said, I absolutely love the lemon and eucalyptus dish soap. The smell is so clean and pleasant, and it cleans the dishes beautifully, cutting through grease, which makes scrubbing dishes quick and easy. That was a game changer for me when we went through testing. I loved it. It smelled good, it bubbled up easy, and it actually performed. It only takes a small amount and foams very well. The best part is knowing that it's clean and safe to use with no chemicals. I love my Godly Granny products. So thank you so much, Jill, for such a great review and leaving it on the website so that it helps others make a decision as well. I want to let you know the good news today is that we're also releasing it now in a new unscented, sensitive skin, baby safe version. So it's your eczema, psoriasis, rosacea, sensitive skin, unscented. So it gives you, if you don't want lemon eucalyptus, you're sensitive to smells, here's both of them now. you got another option. So wanted to let you know about that. Isn't that great? And so we absolutely love this soap in my home. This is the only one we'll have probably ever. We love it. So it's a dish soap that's versatile. It cleans anything that you'd hand wash in your kitchen sink, like plates and bowls, cups, glasses, crystal, and even fine china. A dish soap that delivers results. A little bit goes a long way. Remember, we don't water down any of our stuff, so any of our products. And so this has not been watered down, and it's dreamy. A little bit goes a long way. Just a small amount is all that's needed for each pot or pan, and it quickly foams up with rich bubbles as you scrub, and that is so true. A dish soap that provides the best of 4 worlds. It works hard. It's the perfect aroma if you like the scent. The ingredients, no harsh chemicals, and then also eco-friendly with it being 100% biodegradable and septic and gray water safe. Okay. And you can use it all over. So I wanted to let you know about that. All right. Another product that we are releasing. Okay. This is amazing. I absolutely love this. It is a clean, biodegradable rinse aid for automatic dishwashers. Now, you put this in and you refill it. You know, it's usually something that you don't have to do every time that you do dishes. So, okay, so let's talk about it. It comes in unscented. We're not going to do a scent. I don't see the reason to do a scent in a rinse aid. And so it's unscented, hypoallergenic. Our scientifically formulated rinse aid combines organic vinegar with plant and mineral-derived cleaning agents for spotless, sparkling dishes naturally. My glasses, remember the glasses that I've been giving out sometimes that look like they're like a can, like a Coke can size and shape? When we pull these out of the cabinet now, they look like they are brand new. They have never looked this good, except for the day probably that I pulled them out of the box when I got them. This absolutely has got me loving rinse aids. I've never liked them. I've always wondered about chemicals. We've been using this in our home. All of us, it was unanimous. This is a winner. And so I have tested so many products and so many things fail miserably. And so, but this one, lots of recipes and different things, but this one flew by with flying colors. I tell you, I absolutely love this product. Love, love, love. So, okay, superior performance. It eliminates water spots and streaks for crystal clear results. It reduces your drying time and your energy consumption per cycle. It leaves no residue or odor. And it is fully biodegradable and safe for your septic and gray water systems. Very important. I know many people are on a septic tank. And so we look at all of that when I consider all of that when I'm considering a product. Our rinse aid rinses clean, leaving only sparkly dishes and fresh air. No lingering odors. I want you to hear me. No lingering odors. Achieve your dishwasher's full potential. Our scientifically formulated rinse aid breaks down surface tension, allowing water to sheet evenly across your dishes. This is why my glasses look, crystal clear. It's amazing. It's absolutely crazy how great they look. It's hypoallergenic, dye-free, cruelty-free, and free from harsh chemicals. Simply worry-free cleaning for you with your rinse aid in your dishwasher. Okay. One more product comes in 3 cents. All right. So this is a plant-powered liquid laundry detergent. We're releasing 3 versions of it today. So you'll be able to do apricot chamomile and a new scent that we now have, and it's called Fresh Linen. Fresh Linen is only available in this product. It's not available in the granular laundry detergent. And so it's only in the liquid laundry. So Fresh Linen is the team's new favorite. Like, we love Fresh Linen. And Fresh Linen is now going to be available on the website in the dryer ball bliss oil, by the way. So you'll be able to get Fresh Linen for both. Producer Ron and I met for lunch today, and he smells his top and air shirt, and he goes, I smell like Fresh Linen. And so it was so funny. He loves it. And then we're also offering it in the sensitive skin and unscented version. So you got apricot chamomile, you got Fresh Linen, which is a new scent, And then you also have unscented. So it's your eczema, psoriasis, rosacea, sensitive skin, and unscented. So let's talk about it a little bit. So it's made from renewable plant and earth mineral derived ingredients. It's a concentrated formula. So this is a 32-ounce bottle. This is our biggest container that we have as far as like for liquid. And so it's 32-ounce bottle, and it will do up to 64 loads per container. It is concentrated. Want to make sure that you realize that. Our liquid laundry detergent delivers exceptional cleaning results while remaining gentle on clothes and the environment. Its eco-friendly formula is free from harsh chemicals, dyes, and synthetic fragrances, making it perfect for sensitive skin and, of course, for almost nearly any fabric that you would put in the washing machine. It's going to be safe for that. Okay. Obviously, I don't think you would put like a silk top or something like that in the washing machine and dryer. Okay, so enjoy fresh, clean laundry with every wash, knowing that you're making a responsible choice for you, your family, your pets, your home, and the planet. So key features: effective cleaning. It deep cleans, so it's got a deep cleaning power. Deep cleaning power tackles tough stains while remaining gentle on fabrics. Our color safe formula cleans both visible and invisible soils, leaving clothes fresh and bright. It's an eco-friendly formula, like I talked about. It's made from renewable plant and earth mineral-derived ingredients. This detergent is 100% biodegradable, septic safe, and gray water safe, a responsible choice for your home and the environment. Hypoallergenic and safe, free from dyes, fragrances, and harsh chemicals. It's ideal for sensitive skin and safe for baby clothes. No optical brighteners or chemical binders. That means no residue buildup on your fabrics. So when you pull something out and it's just bright, a lot of times it's because, and it's just looks different. Maybe you've been, washing your clothes with something else, and it's just not got that something. So when you finally change over to something that's clean, that doesn't have the optical brighteners or the chemical binders, that's what it is. It's usually that helps it to seem so much brighter. Versatile use. It works effectively in cold or warm water and is compatible with both standard and high efficiency washers. Many people always want to know, but can I use this in my high efficiency washing machine? Yes, absolutely. All right. No lingering scent. So Godly Granny detergents don't contain any optical brighteners or chemical binders. Like I just said, these are the elements that allow scent and additional residues to remain in your fabrics. If you decide that you want your fabrics to smell and have the scent like a apricot chamomile, we have all different kinds of dryer ball bliss oils. And now we have, of course, our fresh linen, which is dreamy. So listen to Granny on this one. Our detergent is highly concentrated, so a little bit goes a long way. Don't cram the washer full like you're packing a suitcase. Give the clothes room to tumble and swish so that every piece gets a nice even wash. And for most washes, Granny starts with about 1 ounce of detergent. So that will get you plenty with your washing loads. This is really exciting. I know many of you have asked me for a liquid laundry detergent, and today is the day. I hope that you enjoyed today's show. I hope that you've learned a lot today about not only, just how to take care of you, yourself, your fur babies, and those that you love the most. And so we hope that you've enjoyed today's show. We're going to see you Monday right here with Lieutenant Mark Taylor. Oh, and by the way, the sale is through, it's Thursday. I wasn't sure with the first of the month. We want to make sure all our viewers get a chance to be able to purchase. And again, if you go to the website and put in new release and search that 2 words, new release, you'll be able to see all the new products that we've released today. Hope you enjoyed today's show. We'll see you right here next time on The Michelle Moore Show.
There aren't a lot of reasons to use Godly Granny products. There's every reason, because every time you twist or flip a cap on something from Godly Granny, you're voting no to chemicals and yes to common sense, but without all the electronic voting machines. With Godly Granny, there's no toxins, no chemicals, no endocrine disruptors, no cancer-chasing filler. Godly Granny is a small batch, made-to-order, deeply naturopathic wellness brand. Founded on biblical truth, Formulated with pure purpose and handcrafted by saved folks who know that freedom doesn't come from fake lavender and phthalates. Go to godlygranny.com today. Be sure and use the discount code Michelle10 at checkout to receive 10% off your entire order.
Hi, I'm Linda Bamber Olson, the inventor of the Wave Watch, the world's first frequency therapy watch. It features over 1,100 targeted frequencies combined into 150 playlists for ease of use. These sounds are acoustical and they move through your body, through your skin and your bones. You don't necessarily have to hear it. As each frequency goes through, it can be realigning, revitalizing, reconnecting, and even rebalancing your body all the way to the cellular level. So that's why we have so many testimonies for aches, ADD and ADHD, allergies, colds and flu, dental, emotions, headaches, joints, kidney stones, nerves, organs, skin health, swelling, tremors, vagus nerve, and so many more. Use this code for $100 off when you purchase the Wave Watch. Thanks for learning about frequencies, using them, and supporting the Wave Watch.
Hi friends, it's Michelle Moore. And when it comes to protecting your retirement, I believe in taking smart, steady steps. Bank of America analysts call gold the ultimate safe haven. And when it comes to precious metals, I trust Universal Coin and Bullion, the official rare coin and bullion dealer of my show. They have been named the best in their industry both nationally and regionally by leading organizations. Consider a gold IRA, a time-tested way to diversify your portfolio with real tangible assets, which lets you move a portion of your retirement savings into physical gold, helping protect your wealth from inflation, market swings, and economic uncertainty. And Universal Coin and Bullion makes the process easy. From rollovers to delivery, they walk you through every step, even if you have one with another gold company. Protect what you've worked so hard to build from the team that I trust, Universal Coin and Bullion, at 800-321-8700, and make sure to tell them Michelle sent you.
For Michelle's social media links, go to michellemooreshow.com.